Hi all, welcome back. This is Param. In this playlist, we will see about SRE. Sorry, SRE means Site Reliability Engineering. Okay, SRE means Site Reliability Engineering. So here site means it can be a web application or desktop application or any other application. Okay, so based on the application type, the SRE task may be vary. Okay, but the SRE is common, not only for website. Okay. Initially I had that myth like SRE only for website. No, so it can be SRE, it can be applied to any desktop application, any non web page as well. Okay, as I said, only the number of tasks or kind of task is going to be varying. That's all about the SRE. In SRE we will see couple of things here. SRE is a practical way. No, SRE is a practice, it's a set of practice. Okay, SRE primarily focus on the production side, not development side, whereas DevOps will focus on the development side as well as production side, right? DevOps, but SRE focus only on the production side. Okay, and whatever the SRE practice we will implement through DevOps with respect to production side. That's what. SRE. Okay, SRE it can have both technical as well as cultural practice. Yes, it's very important. So for example, a technical side means it has to be any website, it has to be encrypted user sensitive information between browser and the server. Okay, so that is a technical perspective. If it is cultural perspective means, okay, management of change management, incident management, or measuring the current metrics through SLI. So these are cultural practices. So that's why SRE is consist of both. So one is technical practice also is there, and cultural practice also there. Okay. As I said, more focus on improving system and application rather than blaming others and work on incident. Okay, so that is a good thing about the SRE will not blame the peoples. Okay, so it will help what other thing has to be done with respect to application or system to make sure its reliability. So again, the SRE, the word site, okay, reliability, okay, engineering. So that means what I can say is a set of engineering practice that that makes reliable on any site, that makes reliability or that brings reliability on any site. That's what SRE, site reliability engineering. Okay, so set of engineering practices, okay, we are going to follow to get the reliability on website, in production especially. Okay. In SRE it has consist of SLI in the sense actual metrics of the application, so which is measured. Okay, SLO, what are the metrics to be supposed to be monitored. Okay, that is what the expectation, the defined objectives. Okay, SLI. And then what is the SLA? Service level agreement. Okay, some between the two parties. If something is not met, what the corrective action has to be taken. That is what SLA. Okay, error budget. It is the SLO minus SLI is equal to something. That is what error budget. Say for example, our SLO 99, but SLI is 98. So 99 minus 98 is equal to 1. So 1 is the error budget here. So for one error budget, error budget is 1 here. So for that we will not pay any, put any penalty or something like that. So error budget is amount of allowable problems, allowable service and unavailable, unavailability. That is why we have a budget. Okay. Then here one of the SOP steps, I'll tell you that what is statement of procedure. Statement of procedure. So that is what SOP. We have to, with the SOP usually create in the Word document. Okay. So creating SOP for any task, so that anyone can follow that SOP statement and accomplish the task. Okay, that is what SOP. It is a Word document. It is a Word document. For most in production, for most of the tasks, we will create the SOP and keep it in say availability for everybody in a project, or who are working as SREs. Okay, or support. Okay, whatever it is, support project. That is what SOP. Okay. Then the primary thing is one more observability among the SRE practice. Okay, let's say SRE practice for the web application 15. Okay, 15 practices has to be followed for a web application. Let's assume that. Okay, among the majority of task, let's say 10 plus task. Okay, 10 plus practice task or practice. Okay, can be achieved through the observability. So that's why SRE and the observability has close relationship. Okay, so majority of the practices or goal of SRE can be achieved by observability of the site. Okay, that is a very much important, and it's a very big, very big. Sorry. That is what observability. Then implementation side. Okay, tool team is one of the, as I said, tool team is one of the primary things. So tools team in the sense AppD, Dynatrace, ELK, Splunk. There are a lot of observability tools are there. That tools team implement the SRE, right? Yes. Okay. Similarly, consulting team will be there. Okay, so those people also are there, and the production application team. Yes, production application teams, production or application teams. Okay, they do implement the practices which is prescribed or which is recommended by the SRE. Okay, so these are the different teams. They will implement the SRE practices. Okay. Okay. Yeah. Here that is what. As more than 50% of SRE tasks are related to the monitoring, so we can get new So any. Okay. So if let's say in a project there are a couple of SRE peoples are there. Okay. And if we reach them, if we reach those SRE peoples, they will tell us what are the monitoring tasks are there with them, so that we can onboard our monitoring peoples, or we can onboard our monitoring tools, products, something like that. So in SRE, quantitative measurement, SLI and the SLO. Qualitative measurement is use case, epics, user story. Okay, so these are all will help us to identify what are the SRE tasks should be recommended for a particular project. Okay, so based on use case and requirement of the project. Okay, all these things will help to identify SRE task or SRE practices. As I said earlier, SRE a couple of practice. It can be a technical as well as cultural practice. Okay, so those tasks has to be identified by the SRE. So for the project, there can be one or few SRE can be there. So he is supposed to identify the what are the SRE tasks has to be followed for a particular project in production. Okay, so once identified the task, some of the tasks can be implemented by the most of the tasks can be implemented by the monitoring team. Some of the tasks can be implemented by the application development teams. Say for example, password has to be encrypted. Password has to be encrypted both between data transfer between browser and backend backend servers or web server. Okay, so say for example, database health has to be monitored. Okay, this is the task for monitoring team. So like that. Okay, but how I can identify project specific task, what is not based on the use case, APX and the user story only. Okay, then pillars of SRE. What is the pillars of SRE? Yes, share ownership. Yes. Okay, SRE will identify list of the task. SRE will identify list of the task. Say for example, monitoring health of database, monitoring health of web server. Okay, communication between web server and the app server. Okay, number of connection has to be open at a times. Number of connection with the database has to be open at a times. Okay, and how much seconds that database connection can be ideal. Okay, then SSL certification, SSL certification between front end and the front end and the web server. Okay, these are some of the tasks. So most of the tasks are repeated across the project, but some of the projects, so some of the task, it will be based on the project itself, not generic. Okay, so that's why sharing the ownership here. Blamelessness. Okay, so the blamelessness, that means we don't blame any others. Okay, so that is the one of the important things about the SRE. So how they are managing a mitigation, accept the failure as a normal. Okay, I like this statement. Accept failure is a normal. Learn from failures. Okay, failure is an opportunity to learn new things. Okay, so by using post-mortem report, retrospective meeting. Okay, so all the stuffs. So that's how we are achieving the blamelessness in SRE. Reduce cost of failures. Yes, implementing gradual changes. I tell you that. So reduce cost of so the identified SRE practices will reduce the cost of failure. Okay, and though 25, let's say for example for a particular project, assume the 25 SRE task has been identified. Okay, then all the 25 tasks has to be implemented gradually, one after another. Okay, automations. Okay, it provides a psychological safety. SRE, what is now, it provides psychological safety because of we identified all of the task. Has to be done for a particular project in production environment. So it will increase the psychological safety because of what are the different places where our system may go down, or system may behave unexpected. Okay, and what are the security features we are supposed to follow. Okay, and what are the health status has to be monitored. Like that, everything we will identify by SRE for a particular project, so that provide the psychological safety. Then of course SRE will go with incident management and change management. Yes, capacity planning also is one of the tasks. Capacity planning also is one of the tasks. So that the failures may not be failures. We will not face any problem in production. So we will provide the reasonable capacity for the production servers for any application. Okay. So that's all about the high level about the SRE. Okay, I like to discuss. In the next episode, we will see what are the tasks related to the monitoring in detailed list of the task. Okay, thank you. Thanks for watching.